Hello, everybody. Once again, I'm Liam McCrafton Jr., aka Zorvalchan Less Than Guru, and today for Palladium First Edition, I would like to talk about the Symbologist. So, stated this many times, and it's something that even back 30 years ago I was thinking about was the redundancy of having a Diabolist and a Summoner. If you look at, and I might have even said this in my Palladium review, if you look at the charts for learning circles and spells, the Diabolist is it's only 1 or 2 percentage points lower than what the Summoner is. So the Diabolist could learn every single circle, whether it's protection, summoning, or power circle that a summoner can. They don't start with any, but they could learn and attain all the circles that a summoner has, as well as knowing all wards, all ruins, all. So they can learn everything that a summoner can and more. So it's a one-way street, not where the summoner can learn what the Diabolist can learn. That was something that I wanted to eliminate, so I kind of combined the two occupational character classes into my Symbologist occupation. So they deal with circles, they deal with wards, they deal with ruins, anything like that they can do, as well as they can use wards to make. I allow them to make kind of primitive type of magic items. So that is another thing that they are allowed. And when we get into wards and circles and stuff, that will be explained a little bit better. So let's go into the occupation for the Symbologist. So the attribute requirement is IQ of 12, ME of 14. I didn't look, but it's probably the higher of the two, or the highest IQ of the two and the highest ME of the two. I went with for the Symbologist, any alignment whatsoever. Physical conditioning, another 0. These are academics. They're not physically necessarily active. They are mentally active. So that is why they don't get a physical conditioning. Armor tier of 3. That's the lowest armor training, which is a no armor training, basically. Occupational skills, they get symbology magic, which does include wards, runes, circles, etc. Non-spells. They get mystic combat, symbologist. That is a way to, when they're in that stance, they'll get defenses. Opposed to the mystic scholar, the mystic scholar gets defenses. Those defenses at any time, symbologists can put themselves into a mystic stance and kind of give themselves wards, not as in symbologist wards, but wardings, magical energies around them that they can manipulate to keep bad magic and bad mystical effects, because it's not always magic, from affecting them. So that is it. They know all symbols, so I allow them to know all symbols, to know all ruins, to know all wards. They can decipher circles, rewrite and read write native languages. And then we'll talk about how they gain circles in a moment. Just like Palladium has on its, let's go to the level chart. At level 1, they choose 5 elective skills and 6 secondary skills. It's probably whatever the highest of those 2 character classes was. At level 2, they get 2 additional magic points. 3 and 4 are gaining more skills at level 1. 5th, this is the first time you'll see this that I've talked about. So one of the core parts of old, or even any Palladium game, old school games, and even new school, even like 5th edition D&D, that there was a aha eureka moment where I realized that, one, your stronger, hardier, better characters have a more difficult time getting back their resources, which doesn't make sense to me. To me, a healthy person should be able to heal better than a person with a lower constitution, physical endurance. And the same thing with magic. As you're gaining magic abilities and gaining of your magic points. This would be ISP or PPE for Palladium systems. You should be gaining them back further as your body understands and you understand how magic works better. So at level 5, instead of gaining 2 back per hour, they gain 3 back per hour. So that is a good thing that they can get at level 5. 6 and 7, gaining more magic points so they can do more things. Level 8, choosing 3 elective skills. 9 is they regenerate 4 magic points an hour. More skills at 10, 2 more additional magic points, 3 more skills at 12, and at 13, regenerate at 5 total magic points per hour. And then the next 2 levels gaining more magic points. So that's basically it. Gaining skills, gaining magic points, and gain the regenerative power of regenerating those magic points so that they can do the things that they need to do. Now let's move on to skills. Skills, just like in any Palladium game, the elective skill list here is saying these are the only elective skills that you can choose. The secondary skill list here is saying you can choose any on the general list of secondary skills. These are the ones that give you bonuses. So that's how those work. And then for the ability, circle acquisition, the Symbologist will figure out new circles of protection and summoning each level, the circles progression in the experience chart, which is down here, will show you how many protection or summoning circles are attained each level. The chart shows total circles known. Then we'll look at that. It says power circles cannot be gained in this method. They must be found and successfully deciphered. And then when I go into skills, we'll talk about the decipher skill. But they also get magic points, and the magic points is MA times 2 plus 30, and then they gain a D6 for every additional level of Symbologist. So basically at level 1, it says 3, so the player would determine what 3 protection and or summoning circles, 3 of one, 3 of the other, 1 and 2, 2 and 1, however they want to distribute those 3. Those are the ones that Symbologist has learned at level 1. At level 2, they gain an additional one. At level 3, they gain an additional one. And this is automatic gains. So this is in addition to anything that they might find and successfully decipher. And then it goes up to where at level 15, they've automatically gained 28. Now, if they've learned everything by then they don't gain extra stuff unless the game master wishes to add new circles, which is fine because Palladium adds new circles in their games all the time. So why not allow the Symbologist to learn some new stuff that they wouldn't be able to do, or have the new stuff be the stuff they find and decipher, and then the stuff on in the book or the things that they can do. And I think when I looked at 28, that ended up being very close to, if not the number of the circles that are available, because in the original game, the summoning and protection all were given to the summoners, and then they had to learn power circles. So I didn't want them to have everything, but I wanted them to be able to get everything of those 2 protection and summoning types. So that is kind of my combination. I can't say that it is exactly you have everything that a summoner has and knows all wards and symbols and runes. It's more of you start as a Diabolist with all of those, being able to learn any circles, but you learn some circles automatically. So it went from the Diabolist side than from the summoner side with all. Otherwise, you get everything except for power circles. So that is my Symbologist. Hopefully, this is something that you might be able to incorporate into your game in some way, shape, or form. And having said that, once again, I'm Lee McCrafton Jr., aka Zoralchan Less Than Guru, and until next time, I will catch you later.